Hello, welcome back to the Top Shelf Literary Editions. This is episode 29. Thanks for joining me. My name is Ernest Whiteman III. I'm a Northern Arapaho filmmaker, artist, writer, and media educator, and we're taking a look at my top shelf. I've selected a book. We'll do a short synopsis of it, a review if I've read it, and a reason why I purchased the edition. I have a lot of varied interests, and there's a lot of books that I have not read that are in my collection that I'll eventually get around to. There's some that I'm in the middle of reading, and there's a lot that I have read, and there's quite a few that are my favorites that I'll do a deep dive video on. That'll be long form essay videos on. But today's video is a little different because it's something that just came out recently. And if I time this right on YouTube's, it should be the day before Thanksgiving. And I think it's sort of appropriate considering. And we're diving back into comic books. And today's edition is Marvel Voices, Indigenous Voices #1. Now this is a big deal. As soon as I heard about it, I knew I was just going to grab it. And the day it came out, I actually walked all the way out to my comic book store that's in my neighborhood and bought as many editions of variant covers as possible. Now, the names on here are pretty impressive. Jeffery Veregge, Rebecca Roanhorse, Darcie Little Badger, Stephen Graham Jones, Taboo and B. Earl, sorry. Weshoyot Alvitre, Kyle Charles, and David Cutler. And there's 3 stories in here. And it's the first time a mainstream comic book company has allowed Indigenous writers to and artists to actually take some of their Native American or Indigenous characters and do stories on them. There's one on the character Echo, Mirage, and Silver Fox enclosed in this. The art is really good. And I really encourage people to go out to do this. I was on a professional development session, and I recommended this to everybody there. And they might not be the first natives to work in comics. There's a lot of independent presses and smaller presses that have had Indigenous writers and artists. Some mostly are self-published. Super Engine by Arigon Star is one I heartily recommend. And I bought all of the variant covers that I could find in the store. I know there's more. This one. And this one is pretty cool. This one is my favorite just because of the detail and the coloring. This one is interesting because on the back I believe it has a quote from the artist. And very few ads in here. Usually they're chock full of ads. But this one just has something for Marvel toys. Or just Marvel paraphernalia. And an ad featuring the big yellow peanut M&M, which he figures in all of these. He's in every single one of these, but because they're all printed from the same template. But it just makes me think that yellow peanut M&M is indigenous now. Well, he's the most laid back of them, so that scans. A historic edition, mainstream press of Marvel Comics actually allowing Indigenous people to write and draw their Indigenous characters. Now, I hope this isn't just a single one-shot edition. I hope that Indigenous Voices #1 means there'll be more, and that'll be an ongoing series. Because I think it does have an audience to support it. And plus I have my own Marvel pitch to throw at them. But that's not the point of this. The point is go out and get these comics. Make sure the Marvel Comics knows there's an audience out there for that. because that's the only way they'll print more. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.